SABC's list of the top 20 voting stations abroad with only 156 registered voters, but that hasn't dampened the spirits of those who went out to make their mark this morning. Now, for the latest, we are joined on the line by SABC correspondent Sarah Kamani. Sarah, good morning to you.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Sarah, take us through the events taking place at the South African High Commission there in Nairobi.
Well, I'm still at the South African High Commission. What is happening is we've had quite a lot of people coming in. Most of them came in just before the polling station opened. Polling station opened here at 7 a.m. Kenyan time, which is 6 a.m. South African time. So once somebody gets here, then they present their valid South African passport and their voting card, and they're led through the process of voting, which incidentally is not taking more than 2 minutes. And so we've had a lot of people coming in. We understand 156 South Africans living in Kenya have been registered to vote.
What has been the response of those who have already cast their votes about the efficiency of the process there?
Well, a lot of them like it. Most of those who we spoke to actually were excited that the process is moving very fast and that according to them it looks very smooth. Of course, there are those who are disappointed, those who we've actually seen two ladies who, after they registered at the High Commission, they did not apply for the special vote. So when they came here, they thought that they were automatically registered to vote, only for them to be told that they were actually supposed to get the special vote, so it means they will not be voting. Of course, such disappointments are there. There are people who are coming and saying, oh, my ID card is in South Africa, and then they're told without the two documents, the ID and the passport, you cannot cast your ballot. But most of those we have spoken to are actually excited that they have the possibility now of voting here in Nairobi.
Are most of the people that you spoke to, they excited about the process?
Yes, they're excited, but what also is coming out is that people are actually, nostalgic. We spoke to a person who says he's been part of the fight for the independence of South Africa, and he says that for him, he's not taking it for granted that whether he's voting in Nairobi, whether he would have been voting anywhere else in South Africa, the fact that he can be able to cast his ballot is very, very important for him, because he says the right to vote for South Africans was won through a lot of blood and sweat and tears, and so South Africans, both at home and abroad, should not take it for granted. Such comments coming from so many people we've spoken to here.
Sarah, thank you so much for your take on the story there in Nairobi, Kenya. Sarah Kamani, our correspondent there. Now, earlier, I spoke to SABC's correspondent in the UK, Natalie, and asked her about the events taking place at the South African High Commission in London.
The voting opened at 7 a.m. this morning and finishes at 9 p.m. tonight. There are already queues of people lined up outside the High Commission in central London's Trafalgar Square. And of course, they will be casting their ballots today ahead of next week's elections. Now, we did speak to the special and he did say that even though the voting is between 7 and 9 p.m., 7 a.m. and 9 p.m., anybody that arrives before 9 p.m., even if there are still extensive queues, will have the chance to vote, because, of course, this is the largest number of voters outside of South Africa. Almost 10,000 people have registered here in the UK to be able to vote.